Free audio post-production by alphonic.com.
Feels like temperature at the moment is a rip snorting 3 degrees.
Well, that'll be fantastic for our friends in North Korea listening.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Yeah, and they're in the height of summer.
Fair dinkum temperature is 6.
Well, like I've been saying to you two blokes since 2008, where we talk about football and weather forecasts, it's winter.
Yeah.
It's cold, obviously. Thanks.
Yeah.
That is a massive scoop. That's why you two blokes are on the big dollars.
There you go. We've got to be well past long service. I'm looking for, maybe an upgrade to on the board or something.
Listen, 2 comments, 2 responses to that. 1, what's this got to do with the football? And 2, what
Duck
on
egg.
earth will it mean to our fans in Honolulu?
Oh, long service, and you're talking about people in Honolulu.
Yep, beautiful. Thanks very much. Okay, well, what's this secret squirrel stuff that you and Alfie have been conniving
Well,
about?
no secret squirrel stuff. It's, you're given a bit of homework yesterday and you haven't done it, but that's okay.
No, I was absent. I had an appointment.
Well, I'll bring you up to
All
date, okay?
Right, beautiful.
Now, yesterday on our YouTube channel, Sir Shark did a little episode regarding the try-scoring record in the game of rugby league in the elite sporting competition, these days known as the NRL. We have Alex Johnston at South Sydney looming. He's getting very close to the wonderful, great Ken Irvine's record in the game for most tries over a football career. And I posed the question yesterday that I think, out of respect, perhaps the NRL really in the record books needs to acknowledge that there's a big difference between Alex Johnston and Ken Irvine, and not because Alex Johnston isn't a good player and doesn't deserve accolades when he reaches that milestone event, but the games are very different. The game today that we play, the rules, and the game that Ken Irvine played back in his day, and I pointed out that, well, he played in a team that most of the time got lapped, and he virtually averaged a try a game, had an incredible record, played for Australia, should have been an immortal. That's another conversation. But he also played in an era where the corner post was out of bounds. If you touched it, you couldn't score a try. He also played in the unlimited tackle rule, which means that, back in the day, as you would remember, that some of these great sides used to be able to keep the ball for the majority of the game. And poor old Ken, with all due respect to North Sydney back in the day, he played with a team that most of the time got lapped. So there's a big difference. I was calling yesterday for the NRL to do the right thing out of respect and acknowledge both players, and have a little side note there in the history of the game that both achieved these milestones, and I think Ken Irvine's record should stand forever, pre the NRL era, and we can still acknowledge Alex Johnston for his efforts in the NRL era, but we cannot, I don't think we cannot, out of respect to Ken Irvine, allow Alex Johnston to just simply be entered into the record books as the leading try scorer in the history of the entire game, because simply the game is different today.
Most definitely.
So we should have something in the history books to suggest that there's a difference.
Everything that happened prior to NRL should be noted as such. And there are so many records in the world that should have those notations, and some actually do have those notations along with it. And this game that we're playing now is so different to what it was in not that many years past. When you look at when all of the rule changes and this and that changed, that it should be done that way. Yeah. I'm even in favour of 2 books, one for then and one for now, of who was what
I agree 100. I think that the acknowledgement for Irvine should be there in like an asterisk and, down the bottom of the page, Ken Irvine, X number of tries in the pre-NRL
Debacle.
I don't know, what do we call it, era. And that should stand as pre whatever. I mean, it's like the Eric Sims is another one you could most likely think about with goal kicks, etc., like that. So much different. A lot has changed, even in that penalty setup, because of the wonderful 6 agains and all that sort of crap that goes on nowadays. Everybody's breaking records, and yet it's willy-nilly they're breaking records. It just seems to be just a matter of, next season he'll break that world record of 25 million points scored in a season or something. But yeah, look, I'm with you 100%, Sharky. I do believe that acknowledgement is an absolute necessity, and I would be very, very disappointed, which I'm most likely going to be, if Slick and Co do not acknowledge the feats and the efforts of the great Ken Irvine. I was fortunate enough. I was lucky enough to see him play. Actually, I saw him play when New South Wales used to overwhelm us, and I was amazed at New South Wales at the time had 2 wingers. One was Ken Irvine, who I think may have been the world professional sprint champion, and on the other wing was a fellow that was about 5 foot, a little bit like that Brian Tuhu from Toodaloo from Penrith, a bloke by the name of Ian Moyer. And I tell you what, he was a hair's breadth behind Irvine with speed, and holy living hell, they could motor. And look, the ball had come to them, and it was just a matter of how much grass they were going to burn on the way down to the try line. They were sensational. And it was one of the privileges to have seen Irvine. Yeah, he has to be recognised. Different era. Yep, definitely.
Yeah, in my mind, people of today watching rugby league, getting so involved in it, I feel a little sorry for them, because I know there's a fair percentage of those, if they were around watching the game or listening to the game in the 50s, 60s, way back to when the rule changed as to unlimited tackles, and that they brought in, was it 4 tackles, and it went to 6 and back to 3 and whatever until they got it right. But the game was so different, and the people who played the game were so different, and we don't want to lose that acknowledgement. We don't want to lose that acknowledgement. We want people like the Gustafer on the ARL Commission. We want people who played the game, who remember the game, who know what the game is about on there, not people just popping up and saying, where can we make another $1?
Poor old Wayne Pearce must be bored shitless at NRL HQ. I mean, who's he got to talk football with?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
He'd have to be phoning a friend, because boy, oh boy, yeah. But anyway.
Yeah. Can we find some friends for Junior?
Yeah, for Junior, he needs desperately.
Dear. And so does the game. Now, can we go to Red Hill for a moment, Sir Bronk?
Yes.
Can you please explain to me what the hell's happening up there regarding Payne Haas? Now, I'm reliably informed that Payne hasn't had just a back problem for, the last couple of months. He's had it all year. And
absolutely
tried to manage through, and he's looking a little worse for wear, yet the coach keeps picking him to play football at the moment. And look, sometimes you just got to trust your squad to get the job done and get yourself to finals. What's the point in burning this bloke and having him, ending up on crutches or God knows what else, and not even making it to September by playing him now? I don't get it.
Words fail me. Absolutely. I've made 2 little notes here in regard to my Bronx. One was definitely Payne Haas. he's been playing wounded, as you say. He's been playing wounded since the trials and everything before the bloody season started. He hasn't been very good at all. And what's Madge going to say? He's playing. He's playing hurt. We're needling him. Blah blah blah. Now, I mean, if he was to come out and say that, I think that. Well, I wish he would, because then someone with a little bit of ticker in the club would say, righto, rest him for 2 weeks. Don't care who you're playing. Doesn't matter a bugger. You know, if we can hang on to top 8, because you're going to finish 5th anyway at the best. You're going to be in that bottom half of the top 8. Give him a rest for a couple more weeks. See how he goes. If he's not right. Now, you know, you've signed this bloke. They've signed this bloke for a fair while for a big dough. Now, if he's going to miss, you know, 5 or 6 games every season because he's carrying this injury, that it can't be muscular. It can't just be a muscle injury. It's got to be something more serious. So, I mean, the other night watching him play, seriously, I doubt if he would have made 50 metres, because he couldn't. They're looking at the fact that without him we can't win, but with him we can't. With him we're not going to win, and he's going to get injured more. It doesn't get better if it's crook. If you keep playing, I mean,
it's mind-boggling. I don't understand the strategy.
I don't know. No, I don't understand it either. But anyway, look, that's what they're doing for some reason.
I mean, sometimes you've got to put the Lamborghini in the garage and give it a rest.
Yeah, absolutely. Very, very true. So, yeah, I don't know.
Well, they're sponsored by Kia, aren't they? Can't they put a few Kias out there for the next few weeks and get you to September?
Well,
they'll do the job.
Yeah, it is what it is. I do not understand it, but while I've got my foot on the pedal, if you don't mind, sorry, Alfie, but I just wanted to bring up a couple of things. One was I did read and hear on the TV of the death of Johnny Mays. Now, there'd be, once again, we're going back to players that most people would have said, Johnny who? Yeah. Johnny Mays was I can remember him, you know, and we never ever got a lot of really good television presentation of Sydney football. You know, the old ABC was, you know, if Manly played or the Roosters played, you might see some of the, you know, Artie Beetsons and Johnny Mays. But, you know, here's a guy that, you know, when you think about it, he won 3 premierships. He was the halfback when Australia won the 1975 World Cup. I think he played only for Easts and Manly. I'm not sure if he played for any other club, but you know, for my money, you know, he was one of the really, really top quality players of that era. And yeah, look, our thoughts go to all his family and friends, and hooray to one of the really good players in the NRL way back. Also, Sharky, I know you're going to be really chuffed about this, but Chad Townsend has announced his retirement, and well, you know, 15 years playing playing top grade football.
At the top, yep.
More than 250 games. Now, one of the best sayings, and you know, for a young fella to come out, the game owed me nothing but gave me everything. And I think that's one of the really, really great statements from anybody. I really do. I think that's what it's all about. And if more people had that same attitude, boy, oh boy, oh boy, we would have an even better game of rugby league football. But yeah, well played, Chad Townsend. You know, you've had your disappointments, and he's had lots of disappointments, but yeah, that's a bloody good career. I mean, gee whiz, I'd be pretty happy with a career like that. 250 games of top quality football as a halfback, boy, yeah, great effort.
Well said, Bronk. I won't argue with all of that. And look, he expresses himself well, and yep, certainly. You know, put in, and an Australian schoolboy. In fact, I've got a Chad story. When he was playing Australian schoolboys, he sat next to me at a hotel here having lunch one day, and he had the Australian shorts on, and he had thongs on, and I was always concerned from that moment on that and I know he's a Sharks junior, and I thought, well, how great that you're an Australian schoolboy. You might come good, but the thongs really worried me. And outside of the season of 2016 with the great James Maloney, the rest of his career concerned me a great deal as well, but good luck to him.
Yeah, thongs are beach gear.
Yeah.
Well, the beach wasn't too far away from where we were. Good point.
Yeah, and I was very, very pleased to see him take his well-coiffed hair and whatever to up to North Queensland. He was what they needed at the time, and left when it was time to leave. He thrilled me for a long time. When he wasn't thrilling others, I know, but yeah, I thought he was a great thinker on the field.
Look, as I said, off the field, he expresses himself well, and he's always represented the game well.
Except for the thongs.
Well, look, I can be a little bit funny regarding, holding grudges against people for all sorts of weird and wonderful things, and unfortunately, Chad fell under that column.
He did. He fell under Bigfoot.
It's all right, Chad.
Never mind.
You still survived in spite of me.
He did, mate. And 250 games at top flight football, mate. You're not a mug, are you?
Thursday night footy at CommBank Stadium. Actually, this now might be a little game of football. The Eels up against the Storm at 7:50 p.m. KO Fox and Beasting. It's the Eels at $3.73. Storm favourites at $1.28.
They're not going to put two in a row together, I can assure you. No risk at all. Storm.
I don't know whether I've looked at it the same way, but I've gone Storm. Kiss of death, here we come.
No.
Storm.
Oh.
Hey.
Almost.
Yeah.
Friday football, we're over in Auckland again this week, back-to-back games. They're hoping for a different outcome this week. The Warriors at home to the Dolphins at 6 p.m. This on KO and Fox. The betting here, $2.32 the home side. Dolphs favourites at $1.61.
Oh, look, I think the real Warriors are starting to stand up. Have you got the teams close by, Sharky? I haven't got them at all. I don't know. Is any of those, Kafusi or any of those guys back yet or no?
Let me have a quick little look. Yes, Felice Kafusi is in the starting side this weekend.
Yeah, they just needed that bit more sting in there. Look, I think the Dolphins. Nicarima's not back yet, is he?
Nicarima is.
He's back.
5-0.
Okay, Dolphins.
For some reason, I went for the Dolphins. I didn't know about players back in or out, but I've gone for the Dolphins. Because Warriors looked as though they let themselves down at home for that first loss. So it could be two in a row, Dolphins.
Kiss of death, Dolphs. The other Friday game, let's head up to Suncorp. It's the Broncos at home to the Rabbitohs, 8 p.m. The home side at $1.13. Rabbitohs, $6.05, write your own ticket. This on KO Fox and Beasting TV.
Well, if the Broncos get their heads on right and decide to play, use the forwards and then use your fancy backs later on, they'll win it. I don't think I've come across a side that's had so many injury problems to so many very good footballers for a long, long time. And the poor buggers. It's not a good place to be in. But, look, the Broncos, let's say they should win, and they should win quite easily. Just a matter of whether the heads are screwed on and it's not just, this is a waltz in the park like they thought last week, and it wasn't. Bronx by a fair bit. Either way, I'm easy on the Broncos.
Kiss of death, Bronx. The only question will be by how many. Yes. Super Saturday. Seabus Super Stadium on the Gold Coast. It's the Tighties at home to the Pennies. $4.45 plays $1.21. This on KO and Fox Tell.
$1.21. That's the bank tellers. This is the bank tellers' chance of all time. That's only 5 to 1 on. I mean, you put on 5 mil, surely there'd be that much in the safe.
Mm.
You know, win $1 million, put the 5 back, and resign on Tuesday.
Barbie's having steak this weekend.
It's absolutely. Oh, look, this will be as far as you can throw your hat in the westerly wind. Oh, my Lord, yeah. Thanks for coming, boys.
Yeah, pennies.
Oh, dear, oh me.
Kiss of death, pennies. Super Saturday rolls on. We're at Wynn Stadium in Wollongong. The Dragons at home to the Raiders. $2.88 plays $1.42, 5:30 p.m. KO and Fox.
$2.88. If anyone backs them at $2.88, they're an idiot. Sticky's mob are going all right. Yeah, they'll win again.
Yeah, Raiders.
Raiders don't know how to lose. Kiss of death, Raiders. And Saturday
man.
Finishes up. Yeah, g'day, Jay. Actually, he's been very quiet for a man who's on top of the world.
Well, that's probably why. He probably thinks if I open my mouth, they might fall off.
I know his theory. He doesn't want to jinx it. Well done.
No.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, yeah, fair enough.
The other Saturday game to finish us off will be the game at Four Pines Park, better known as Brookie. Sea Eagles at home to the Roosters, $1.82 favourites the home side. Roosters at $2.02, 7:35 KO and Fox.
Gee whiz. I'll have to go with the Roosters. And if there's a better bloke playing football at the moment than Teddy Tedesco, I want to know who the bastard is. I tell you, he is he's an enigma. He is fair dinkum playing his ring off. I think I've said enough. Did I make it clear?
Yeah.
That's the main thing.
The point's been pushed. Yeah. Like I said to on another show this morning, I said I'll go with the
name dropping.
Oh, where are you cameoing before us?
Oh, here's a go.
Has this been sanctioned?
Oh, Jesus.
Does the board know about this?
Not yet. Yeah, not
they
to
do
mention
now.
anything, but on another show this morning early.
They're too bored.
Oh,
yeah.
jeez.
You mean you've been well lubricated before us?
Oh, jeez. Seriously.
I think the feathers will reign supreme.
It's on some show over in New Zealand. Yeah. It's Kiwi comedies or something or other. Yeah, bring your own BYO sheep.
Chooks.
Oh, look, you talked me into it. Kiss of death, Chooks.
By the way, Sharky, I have some inside information on Alfie's moonlighting, and I'm gathering that it is on Radio New Zealand, and it's called Shearer's Corner.
Alfie, you won't make this mistake ever again, will you? You won't be bringing up that you're broadcasting elsewhere.
I'd keep that on the beer.
I only said I was talking to another bloke this morning.
No. Just dropping. Yeah.
I thought you said on another broadcast. We'll have to get the logger out.
Yeah, I think there was broadcast mentioned. Yes. Yeah.
Not back to the old logger. Gee,
yeah, here we go.
It's a digital logger these days, Alfred. Now, Sunday football. We're at Combank again. It's the Tigers at home to the Dogs, $3.72. The Black and Golds, $1.28. The Dogs. This on KO and Foxtel.
I don't know how serious he is about playing out the season, but if Luai is fair income, I reckon he'll last 15 minutes before he gets sent off. Because I'm absolutely 100% certain that he has a death wish for a certain number.
Square.
On the young fella, and I reckon he is going to cop some sort of a touch-up.
Mm.
And whether the tackles be late or whatever, look out, son, because... the mad thing's coming for you. Bulldogs by, I don't know, 1 million.
I think the puppies this week. Out you come.
Oh, look, kiss of death with only 12 men. You're right.
Yep. Bring back the biff.
And to finish off round 22 on Sunday afternoon, 4:05 p.m. in the Shire, Landshoes and Iced Vovos. It's the Sharks at home to the Cowboys. Alfred, $1.39 plays $3.01.
What are you?
KO Fox and Beasting TV. The betting just for Bronx benefit again. $1.39 plays $3.01.
Oh, jeez. I tell you what, they'll want to sort of do a little bit of undoing the shoelaces and pulling up the socks a bit after last week's effort too. I don't mind telling you, Sharky. I don't know whether they stuck the cue in the rack or thought, oh well, whenever we want to, we can, we'll let her go. But I mean, they will win, but oh boy, yes, they'll need to start showing something. If their aspirations are as high as what the lunatic keeps saying on 100% footy.
There's a couple on that show.
Well, you know which one that is. Big Buffhead.
The champ. Yeah.
Yeah, Punch Drunk Pete.
Don't talk about James Bracey like that.
Poor old Brace.
Oh dear.
Alfred, got a thought?
Yeah, I'm so disappointed in the Sharks the last couple of runs and half of their team. I was going to go for the Sharks. The Cowboys have got the fair nucleus of their side back again. I think Jake will make a big difference. I've gone for the Cowboys, but only because I've been let down so many times lately by the Sharks and the players that look as though they're not willing to do exactly what Bronchi said. Pull up the socks, tie up the bootlaces, so Cowbies.
Oh, look, what's a supporter to do? I guess stick solid with the Alfred Cows.
Ooh. You weak prick.
On that note, good luck and good punting.
Oh, dear, oh, dear, oh, dear. Well, everybody, if that's it, that's certainly it. Uru.
Free audio post-production by alphonic.com.